Hi, I'm Derek McLeod, and title of this short presentation, using video evidence. A few apprentices are asking, so here you go. Hopefully this is not too long, and if you want to use video evidence, watch this. Okay, so the aims of this, I'm just going to introduce you to a preferred media to record your videos. And when I say that, it's because if third-party applications, if they're not supported by the ICT department at Hertford Regional College, any technical issues is going to make it that much harder for me to support you. So yes, we do have a preferred media device for you. Some do's and don'ts when it comes to recording a video, and then lastly, how you upload into Smart Assessor your video evidence. Okay, so we do have a preferred media. It's Microsoft Streams. No, don't have any shares in Microsoft. As I said on the previous slide, we use Teams largely, and Microsoft Streams again is one of the apps that our ICT are more familiar with. We would ask you to use this. Okay, so there's the icon. Download it onto your device that you're going to be recording in the workplace. You can see, okay, there's on my iPhone. So on your smartphone, iOS or Android, you'll see Microsoft Streams available as an app to download. Get it on there, or if it's on your tablet or iPad, get it on there. The device you're going to be using to capture your video in the workplace. You'll see, oh, let's get the right one there, okay, up there, a link to how to best use your Microsoft Streams, a tutorial that Microsoft apply. I mean, it is intuitive, okay. I've had no special instruction on how to use it. We'll come on to the do's and the don'ts on the next slide, but it should be straightforward for you folks to capture your video evidence. The good thing is it's not filling up your device memory. It's when you do capture your video, it's uploading it into the cloud, and then you upload it into Smart Assessor, and we'll look at that in the next slides. Okay, some do's and don'ts when you come to make your video recording. Plan and prepare. There's a lot to this. You're not just going to press the record and away you go. I suggest you don't anyway. So think about what it is you're going to evidence. Think about what it is you want to demonstrate, what you're going to say. Have a script. Maybe you're going to practice this a few times. It's perfectly okay. But plan and prepare. Have supporting material available. Are you going to need, well, you are going to need RAMs, delivery notes, materials list. So have documentation that you might reference available, so that when you're saying, I'm working, I'm following drawings, and look, let me show you the copy of the drawings that I'm working to. Plan and prepare. It's going to make life a lot easier for everyone. Charge your battery. It's amazing how quickly video recording will run down your battery. So make sure it's fully charged before you go to use it. Maybe you can take your charger with you for that day you're going to do the recording. Don't start to do something and then find out you run out of battery. That all goes back to the planning and preparation again. Make sure the assessor can see it's your work. So if you're in a habit, or if you get in the habit of just showing me what it is you want to demonstrate, what you want to record, the assessor can't see that it's your work. It needs to see you. For a start, health and safety will need to see that you are following the risk assessment and method statement, that you've got the appropriate PPE on. So you're going to have to get yourself in this recording, turn the camera around, okay, ask your colleague to do a bit of recording if you're able to, but let's see that this is your work. Have a copy of the criteria checklist or the workplace logbook available for you to reference. Again, this goes back to planning and preparing for the recording. Use the pause button. Use the pause button, record what it is you want to show, talk about what it is you want to say. If you feel, oh, I've just forgotten that, press pause, okay? Gather your thoughts, make sure you know what it is you're going to say and record, press the record button again. That way we get a nice seamless video uploaded onto Smart Assessor. Talk. Okay, that's really important. Follow the script, and as I mentioned earlier, write out a script. Look at the criteria checklist. Make sure what it is you're recording, narrate from the criteria checklist. But here I am making this connection. It's a screwed connection. Okay, I'm using whatever 2.5 twin earth cable. Using a 4mm flathead screwdriver to make my connection. Before I've made my connection, I've checked that the circuit is non-energized. I've carried out safe isolation. Or you may have been recording that as part of the submission. Talk. Make sure the assessor knows that you know what it is you're doing. If you stay silent, it is going to make it difficult for the assessor to make the assessment decision. It's a bit like your driving test. Your instructor will probably say, as you're driving along, talk. What is it you're doing? What are you thinking about? What do you see down the road? What are the hazards? Because if the examiner, it's a little bit like the assessor is unsure, the fact that you're speaking out aloud what it is you're thinking about in there, if they're unsure about making the correct decision, you narrating is going to help you. Be concise. So I've said talk your way through what it is you're videoing. Okay, be concise. Reference the criteria checklist. Don't waffle. Make it pertinent to the 6 units and the criteria that you are trying to evidence. Use the template to paste the video link into, and we'll have to show you when we come to talk about how we're going to upload into Smart Assessor what we mean there. But if we remember the job write-up templates, okay, we'll encourage you to date, put an address on, state who you are. Okay, so I know we're doing it, or you are doing a recording, but if you, once you finish with your video, the streams will give you a link to copy and paste it into the template. You don't have to do the writing, the video does that for you, but the template still places the video in context and keeps the admin side of things that much better. Okay, so you've done your recording and you want to upload it into Smart Assessor. Well, when you've finished your recording, we need to save it, and what Streams will ask you to do is whether you want to upload it now or upload it later. This is part of you going on to the Microsoft Streams and familiarising yourself with how to use the app. But basically, you would generally choose to upload later when you've got a good, strong Wi-Fi connection, possibly when you're at home. Okay, and you can obviously then title the recording accordingly, upload, okay, and process, and then you must remember to publish. But you can see top left on this slide here, you're going to share the video. Once you've done it, you're going to share the video, and what that does, it then creates a hyperlink, a URL link of your recording from Streams. And then when you go onto Smart Assessor and you click upload evidence, and I've suggested, well, in the previous slide, that you actually embed, and you'll see on the left hand side of this screen, NVQ job report 5357, and I've said I've used the template, haven't I? And you can see that I've given the date, given the job address, okay, the customer name, whether it's ongoing. I've put a brief description of the job, and you can see that there's a blue Microsoft hyperlink in my template. Now that's what I'm going to upload. In the same way that you've been uploading your job write-ups, the video is there. All you need to do is, when you create your video in Streams, you give permissions to allow your assessor to view it. Probably for you, just authorize everyone. But if you are able to, or you choose to, you can restrict access as to who sees your video. And you might want your assessor to see it, and you might want the IQA to see it. But it's important on permissions that you either choose allow everyone, or you find out the name of your assessor and IQA, and you can make sure they can watch your video. So there you have it. I've embedded it onto the job write-up. That's the limit of your writing, isn't it? You are doing a video, but still I'm presenting it into a reflective account document, and I've pasted the URL link. And you upload it in the same way that you do evidence. You upload a file, okay, and then upload it into Smart Assessor. Now you could choose, okay, and you can see on the right hand side of this screen above this video recording where we've got the share, and you copy that link. That's where we get the link that I've pasted into the job write-up template. Also, if I'm copying that link and I'm in Smart Assessor, and you can see that I'm in my test profile, I've got next to upload file, and I've highlighted it, I've got link using the URL. All I've done there is I've pasted in the link that I've copied from Streams into there, okay. And when I've done that, you do not press verify link, you press add link, and that's you've done. It will give you a description, and what I suggest is that you describe in the same way that the job write-up template does. You give it a title of the document. Generally the address would be sufficient, okay, and that you provide the brief description in the same way that I've done in the job write-up box into Smart Assessor. So if you choose not to do the template, make sure you're providing that description in the Smart Assessor text boxes. Now I hope that makes sense. That's really it. That's you presenting video evidence and the choice of which way you upload it into Smart Assessor. I'm not choosing to go through the Smart Assessor detail in as much detail as we've done previously. By now, you should be familiar with that. If it is something you need to speak to your assessor about Smart Assessor, again, do so. But there you have it. That's you uploading video evidence into your Smart Assessor portfolio. So good luck. Okay, and that's it really. Let's summarise. I've introduced you to Microsoft Streams. Familiarise yourself with the link that's on the introduction slide with the tutorial on how to use Microsoft Streams. Make the recording, and I've talked about the do's and don'ts about making that recording, and then finally upload it into Smart Assessor. And I've given you 2 ways of sharing your recording, embedding it either into the template, job write-up template, and then uploading it in the same way that you've uploaded your job write-ups into Smart Assessor, or you're going to use the URL link in Smart Assessor, but you are still going to provide the level of description in the text boxes that Smart Assessor provide in the same way that you're providing the address, the date and the description in the template. But that choice is yours. Like everything, it will depend on your assessor being able to make the assessment decision based on the evidence that you've provided. But I hope you found this helpful, and good luck with your recordings if you do any.